Hi, Rose. How are you?
Hi, Nikki. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Congrats on your new series, Long, Slow, Exhale.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, can you tell us a bit about JC Abernethy and the drama surrounding this women's college basketball team?
Yes, well, JC Abernathy, immediately from the start, you find her in the middle of a crisis, and she's dealing with, not only is there this murder mystery going on, but she's dealing with major scandal. So throughout the series, you navigate, you follow her as she navigates through all of it and trying to get to the truth. And she's forced to make so many difficult decisions that affect her entire world, that affect mainly her young female players and their futures. And they so desperately depend on her and her guidance, and affects her marriage, affects her career. She's got a lot on her plate. Yeah.
Yeah. And JC, she's dealing with some secrets of her own, not to give
Yes.
away too much.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
how's the series keeping viewers on on the edge of their seat?
I think just the storytelling in itself keeps you on the edge of your seat. I watched it. I watched all of them, and even though I know what's happening, there were moments where I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" And I think
Yeah.
the great thing about this each episode is that toward the end, there's always this cliffhanger that makes you just want to see the next episode, and that's my favorite aspect of so many great shows,
Mhm.
where you can't just quit, you got to keep going.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're dealing with some serious subject matter here. It teeters on the fine lines of sexual assault accusations. How much of the series, in your opinion, kind of resembles real life?
Oh, I think it's very current, very relevant. I think this show sheds light on this issue that I personally think has been swept under the rug for decades, and that's just sexual assault on college campuses. Us as parents, we send our children off for an education, and the last thing you think is that they're going to be sexually assaulted. So I think now we're in a space where um, the climate has just changed, and people are speaking out. And I think this show gives a voice to so many who have been silenced for so long. And I think it's a very powerful space to live in.
Mhm. And you mentioned, the writing and the representation. So, how important was it for you to be a part of such an inclusive series, or exciting was it?
Oh, very exciting. Like I still yeah, I'm still flustered again by, like, I'm really honored to be a part of this story.
Mhm.
Really, truly am.
Yeah, and Ian mentioned that you had a little bit too much fun on set. There were some chairs being moved.
What?
I
I plead the fifth. I don't know. What?
what were some of the highlights of working with Ian?
Oh my god, that he kept me laughing. And yeah, he is one funny human. Yeah, yeah, like it was a lot of fun. Like I looked forward to my days when he was here, as well as the whole makeup department and hair department. Like, I mean, he had everyone rolling whenever he was around.
Yeah, and also working with Pam and also director Anton Cropper. What was that like?
Oh, great. I think Pam, because there's so much to Daisy, and also just as a, in black and white terms, just the actor and the amount of dialogue that I had to ingest. And I have a pretty full life. Like I have a toddler at home, and, giving so much of myself to a role and so much dialogue, like just, but her writing for me as an actor, I was so shocked in how the words just flowed. And it wasn't like this nightmare that I thought that it was going to be, to just have such such an abundant character on my shoulders, responsible to who's responsible to portray, but I also Anton, I was just so relieved and happy that he was the one who started this out, because he shot the first 4 episodes, and they were actually first 2 and almost the last 2. So we shot the beginning and the end all in one. And he is definitely one of the best directors that I've ever worked with. And he was just always there for me. And, it was a great experience. They're a great combination.
Yes. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and looking forward to myself watching the rest of the series and chatting again soon. So good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.